Hey guys, today I'm going to do a wardrobe update video and talk about what I bought so far this year for my wardrobe, what my most worn or most favorite items have been this spring season, and any other miscellaneous topics that I want to talk about. I feel like I haven't sat down and chatted with you guys for a while, so this is long overdue. Okay, so I'm going to start right away with what I bought so far because that's always the most interesting thing to watch, and I don't have a whole lot to share, but I'm sure you guys saw in my spring capsule wardrobe that I did add a couple of new shoes. So my first ones were these sneakers that I bought right at the end of winter, and these are Nikes, and I got them at an outlet store that we have here in our town, and it's really great because I was able to get these on sale for around $50. Yeah, I was looking for those like funky sneakers that I shared with you guys before, and these aren't super funky, but the color is easy to wear with a lot of things, and they look a little bit retro and cool. So I haven't worn them a lot yet because it's been really hot lately. It's almost like we skipped over spring and it's been like summer for the last 2 weeks, but I'm really looking forward to wearing these with different outfits in the fall. So yeah, look out for that. And then my next purchase was these Converse sneakers, and again I talked about wanting to add these to my wardrobe, and I really love them. They've been a really great addition, but I did get these secondhand on Poshmark because I was looking at how much they cost new, and it was around like $75, and that just seemed like way too much for canvas shoes. So I was hunting for a while, and I finally found these for $35 with shipping on Poshmark. So yeah, I was pretty happy with these. They weren't even that dirty. I just kind of cleaned them up a little bit, and I do really love the kind of edgy, cool vibe that they add to my outfits that I wear these with. So yeah, this was a great purchase so far. So next I bought 2 swimming suits because we went to Hawaii on vacation last month, and mine was getting really worn out. So I bought 2 swimsuits from Aerie. The brand is like very size inclusive, and their swimsuits are just like really cute and like light for summertime. So I got this blue kind of tie-dye one and a black one, and so far I'm enjoying them. I wore them on vacation and felt just fine. And the last item that I bought so far was just a pair of really basic black flip-flops from Old Navy, and I just needed a pair of shoes for my backyard just so that I could easily go in and out of the house, and I have been wearing them already a lot, so already coming in handy. So this is actually everything that I bought so far this year, and it feels like a good start to my purchases because I'm not going overboard and buying things that I kind of need and that were missing from my wardrobe. So far I'm pretty happy with what I have. So let's talk about what else I have on my wish list and what purchases I'm looking forward to this year. There's not a whole lot again, but I did start to notice as we kind of are having like a heat wave right now that I really want a couple more dresses that I could easily wear around the house or for going out. So something that can be a little bit dressy, a little bit casual. And I have on my to-do list to sew myself a dress, and I already have the fabric, I already have a pattern in mind. I really just need to sit down and do it. But I've been really distracted this season with a couple different things that I'll talk about a little bit later in the video. But yeah, I really want to sit down and sew a dress. I have a couple patterns that I'm looking at. I'm thinking either like a shift dress or another like baby doll dress like my blue one that I have. So there's a couple of different free patterns that I found that I'm gonna try to follow, and I really hope I can get that done soon because I want to film a video for you guys where I show you all my beginner sewing skills, and yeah, I think that'll be really fun to see. So a couple other items that I have on my wish list for this year. A couple of shoes. I'm still wanting to replace my black mules that I have, and I was kind of waiting for somebody to buy them before I bought myself a new pair, but I might just go ahead and do it soon. I was waiting for the Nasola ones to go on sale. And then also I'm still on the hunt to replace my nude dress-up sandal that I have. I finally sold it on Poshmark last week, so I'm gonna start looking for a replacement pair so that I can be ready if I need to dress up somewhere suddenly for a fancy occasion. Other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with my summer wardrobe, and I'm probably just gonna sit and try to be satisfied until the fall comes around, and then I will look at my wish list again because yeah, sometimes these things change over the course of the year, and something that I thought I wanted, I don't want anymore. So I really don't want to like buy things for the fall before fall comes around because maybe I'm gonna change my mind by then. So yeah, for now I'm just focusing on like any summer stuff that I need. So next, let's talk about what I've been wearing a lot this spring and what has been my favorite items. We kind of had a really short spring. At the very beginning of spring, we went on vacation, and then when we came back, we had a really long season of sickness in our house. It was really a depressing time, and I probably just wore my sweatpants and sweatshirts the whole time, so it was not a very exciting time to be getting dressed. And I also didn't film a whole lot during that season because it was a draining season, but I think we're finally out of that, and unfortunately spring is almost over here unless it comes back. So I did want to ask you guys, do you want to see any spring styling video inspiration from me? Because if where you guys are living is still very spring, then I'd love to make like a spring outfit lookbook and share some outfit ideas. So yeah, let me know in the comments. But when I did get dressed this last few months, what I've been wearing a lot is my jeans with just basic t-shirts and sweatshirts, which I love just to have those items in my wardrobe because sometimes, again, you go through a season where you just need some basic stuff that makes you feel good put together, but you're not like uncomfortable, you're not being too fancy, and it just feels like a nice warm hug. But I think most surprisingly, the pants that I've been wearing the most this season is my green workwear pants that I bought. I don't know if you guys remember, my original plan was to buy a pair of pants that I could wear like gardening and not feel bad to mess them up. And then when I got these from Old Navy, I was really happy with them, and I was almost scared to ruin them because I was like, wait, do I want to wear these outside in the garden and get them all dirty? Maybe not, but I've been really into gardening this springtime, and our garden is so beautiful, and I've been wearing these green pants all the time, and they've been getting dirt on them, and you know what, it feels just fine. It feels like this is what I bought them for, and I love still feeling like kind of stylish as I'm out there digging in the dirt. Yeah, I'm really happy that I got these because they've been perfect for exactly what I wanted them for. I am actually thinking to buy another pair of pants. I guess that's part of my wish list too, so I want to maybe get like a brown canvas pants that I can also wear in the garden, and also maybe like a canvas short that's kind of more rugged and okay to get dirty. I guess my wish list is a little bit morphing into items that I want for stuff that I'm doing around the house. And I guess it was always like that, but I'm leaning into that even more this season. So I did also want to do a mini Q&A here because I asked a few days ago if you guys had any questions for me, and you did, so I'm going to go ahead and answer some of those. The first question was, how do I maintain a minimal wardrobe and not get sucked into like the trends and what everybody else is wearing and everything cute that's coming out? So I think there's a couple different things that I do that helps me with this. First one is that I don't really go on my Instagram anymore. I think it's been like a year or two now that I have just deleted the app from my phone, and I check back in maybe like once every few months just to see what people are doing, but I don't actually like look at the app every day. It's really helping me just to not see what everybody is wearing, and that's kind of the main thing, which is funny because I love style and seeing what people are wearing in general, but that has been so helpful just like not to see people's new stuff every day. Yeah, maybe take a little social media break if that's something that's a struggle for you. But I think another thing that really helps me is that I already have a really nice solid wardrobe, and I don't really need a lot of stuff. And when you get to that point, like, I'm just really satisfied with what I have, and I'm okay like to rewear the same things over and over again. It doesn't bother me. I like that my clothes fit my body well, and I'm not like out shopping and trying stuff on all the time. It's like I already did all of that, and now I just get to enjoy what I have. And yeah. And one last thing that I try to do is just not go shopping for clothes. Like when I go to Target, sometimes it is tempting to like look in the clothing aisle, but I just don't. I just go there for the stuff that I need, and I just try to avoid looking at that because, you know, I do shop for my kids at these different stores, and sometimes I'm shopping for them and I'm like, oh, this is so cute, but I just try to remind myself like, you don't need anything, you're fine. Once you walk out of the store, you'll probably forget that it was there. And yeah, just saying these little reminders to myself is helpful. Another question was, how do I avoid getting bored with my wardrobe, and how do I refresh it without buying new stuff? And I think what helps me is that I have a very minimal style, so this might not be a helpful answer for someone that likes to have a lot of, you know, different styles and colors, but for me there's something just like calming and peaceful to wear items that are very like basic and neutral in color. I feel more like at ease, I guess, with my body, and it doesn't actually bore me to wear the same thing over and over again. But one thing that I did do this last year that has been helpful for me is that I added just like a couple of pieces that were like in a new style, and that really like refreshed my wardrobe. I mean, that is buying something new, unfortunately, but in the fall I bought a couple of like workwear inspired items from the thrift store, and I guess that's one way you can do it without spending a lot of money. So if there's like a little bit of a new style that you want to try, you know, go thrifting, or maybe swap some clothes with a relative or a friend for this season and you can inject a little bit of a new style in your wardrobe. So next, I had a couple questions about how my sister's closet is doing. If you guys remember, last year we declared her closet together and like helped her put together a capsule wardrobe. If you haven't seen that video yet, I highly recommend it. It was so fun to film and I think you guys liked it a lot. I'll link it in the cards and in the description box. I talked to her recently about her closet actually, and it seems like the declutter was very helpful for her and she has a clearer like vision of what her style is. We did take a lot of the clothes that we decluttered and like put them in a separate closet in her house instead of donating them. And I think that was a good idea for her because throughout the years, sometimes she would be missing something and she would just go to that closet and grab the item that she was missing. She has been wanting me to help her a little bit more with her closet in terms of like shopping for her because she noticed that she needed a couple things, but like the thought of looking for them was overwhelming for her, which I think is for a lot of people. So yeah, let me know if you guys want a little update video. Maybe I can talk her into doing something else like that. Next, I had a question about what it's like to be a YouTuber and how I started and if I have any regrets about this whole journey. So I think I shared a little bit of the story in a live that I did a while ago, and I'll link that live also in the description box. But the reason why I started my channel is that after I started rebuilding my wardrobe, I was really into like talking about sustainable fashion and capsule wardrobes, and I would talk about it with my sister and sometimes my husband, and I felt like I was starting to annoy them because they didn't want to hear about it anymore. So then during the pandemic, I was watching so much YouTube to just kind of pass the time, and I thought maybe I should start a channel because I want to talk about this topic with people and I wanted to find people that actually cared about this, that wanted to talk about it. So that was kind of my main goal and it's turned out really great. I found all of you guys and I feel like we have a nice community here where we are talking about like fashion in a very realistic way, where it's not just like buy all this essential stuff that you need to have. So yeah, I really appreciate that you guys all found my channel and now we all have each other. That's really great. And the way that I've been able to film all my videos with all my kids is that most of them go to school during the day and my husband is home a lot too. There have been seasons where it's like a little bit harder to film, or I'm thinking like, should I just focus more on like my family life and take a break for now, because there is a lot that goes into filming and editing and it does take a lot of time. But my main goal for this channel originally was for it to become like a part-time job eventually. So my plan was always to start and just do as much as I could, and then when all of my kids are in school, maybe by then it would grow into like more of a part-time job. Yeah, I think it's still going according to plan. I definitely took a little break this spring season and posted a little bit less frequently, but that has been really helpful actually for me, for my mental health and just being able to do everything that I need to do with the house and the kids and the channel. So yeah, I think going forward I'm probably going to post a little bit less frequently. So before I would try to do like once a week, sometimes even twice a week, and that was so great and I wish I still had that momentum right now, but yeah, sometimes I don't and that's fine. So I'm gonna still try to post around once a week, maybe once every 10 days, and if I miss an upload, I try not to stress about it because it'll be fine. And if you guys are interested in watching, hopefully you'll keep watching even if it takes me a little bit longer to post something. So next I had a question about what are my favorite YouTubers that I watch, and this is so funny because probably 2 years ago, all of the people that I was watching on YouTube had to do with fashion and style, but that has slowly morphed into such a variety of creators over the past few years. I have like just a really big jumble, but I'll share a couple with you guys that I've been loving watching lately. So I'm sure you guys all know all the big YouTube creators like Useless, Audrey Coyne and Alyssa Beltempo, who I did watch a lot before, and I still watch them sporadically, but lately I've been finding a couple of like smaller creators that feel more like in tune with how I feel about life and style, so I'll share some of those. So the first one is Candace Tay. She has a very similar style to mine, very minimal and casual and basic, which I love, and she's a recent mom, so she has a channel all about like style and a little bit of her mom life, which is very calming to watch. And then also this year I recently found Annie M, who also has a really nice style, kind of similar to mine, and she's also a mother and has like a casual life in, I think, New York City, so yeah, she's very interesting to watch as well. And then I also like to watch Christina Mychas, who started off as like a style YouTuber and now she's slowly morphed into like a minimal YouTuber, and I think she's also Ukrainian like me, which is really fun, and she has some really great videos about like style, minimalism, and just like real life stuff. And then in terms of fitness, I recently discovered Natasha Ocean. She has a YouTube channel and I really love her. Her channel is all about like super realistic science-based fitness. So she has like exercise videos, she just has like general tips on like how to be healthy, and she's just so fun to watch. She's really down to earth, and I think you guys would enjoy her. Give her a watch. And then since I've been really into gardening lately, I've been watching a lot of this channel Garden Answer, where she shares all about like different things that she's planting. She has a beautiful yard on like many acres, and she does these garden tours where she like tours her whole garden, and it's been really fun and like inspiring to watch her videos. And then the last YouTuber that I've been really loving lately is Haley Pham, and I've been reading a lot of books that she has recommended. So she does like reading vlogs, and yeah, in terms of my other hobby, I've been really reading a lot this year, and I probably read around 5 to 8 books a month somehow. I mostly read fiction because it's super fun and easy to read through, and for Mother's Day my husband got me a Kindle and that has been really great. I read 1 book on it so far. And yeah, I know I talked about this before, but something that helps to stop shopping is just to start a hobby that takes your mind off of thinking about clothes, and gardening and reading has really been doing that for me this season. Highly recommend. So I think this is going to be the end of today's video, and if you guys enjoy chatting with me, then you know what to do. And why don't you subscribe also? I would love that. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. See you soon.